It doesn't take long for the truth to move through a village, and when it moves, it breaks everything in its path. There's no hiding, no pretending, not anymore. The boy had already made his decision. He was going to see her, and Vivian knew she couldn't stop him. The lies she had told him, the lies she had held so tight for so many years, they were slipping away. It was time. Where is she? I want to see her. The boy's voice was stronger now, more certain, more demanding. Vivian stared at him, her hands trembling. She couldn't stop him. Not now. He had grown too much. She had tried to convince him, tried to tell him that Precious, Hannah now, was not his mother. But he wasn't listening anymore. With every passing day, the truth had grown louder. It thundered in his chest. It was in the way he looked at the little girl, his twin sister, and wondered why they were apart. And so he ran. He didn't care anymore if Vivian was angry. He didn't care if she cried. He ran straight to the one place he had to go. Hannah was ready. She had seen him coming from the corner of her stall, his face so full of hope and yet so full of fear. He stopped in front of her, breathing heavily. "Are you really my mother?" His words hit her like a stone. His voice cracked with the weight of years. She looked at him, heart pounding. "Yes," she said simply, "I am." He stood there, staring at her, trying to figure out if this was a dream, if the words could really be true. "You never left me?" he asked, voice softer now, filled with disbelief. "No," she said again. "I never left you. I've always been waiting for you." He took a step forward, his eyes softening. He reached out and she took his hands. In that moment, it was like everything else, the pain, the lies, disappeared. The boy looked back at Vivian, standing in the distance, her face twisted in anger, but he didn't care. He had found his mother. The truth had set him free. Vivian stormed over to them, her eyes wild with panic. "You think she's your mother? You are a fool." She spat the words out, her voice trembling with rage. But Hannah didn't flinch. She stood tall, her eyes locked on Vivian's. "Yes," he said firmly, "she is my mother." The boy squeezed her hand tightly. It was a promise. Vivian's face turned pale. Her plan, her perfect lie, was unraveling right in front of her. "No," Vivian screamed. "You don't understand. I did it for you. For both of us. You are my son." She turned to the boy, her hands reaching out to him. "Please, don't go." But the boy shook his head. "No, you lied." He took a deep breath and turned back to Hannah. "I'm sorry, Mama." Vivian stood there, frozen. She didn't move, didn't speak, just stared at them, her world collapsing in front of her. Kelvin watched from the shadows. He had been standing there waiting, but now he couldn't stay away anymore. He walked towards them, his steps measured. Vivian didn't notice at first. She was too focused on the boy. But when she turned around, Kelvin's face was there. She froze. He didn't say anything at first. He just stood there, staring at her eyes that seemed empty, hollow. "I don't know what to say anymore." "Vivian," Kelvin said, his voice flat. "I should have known. I should have seen it." Vivian took a step back, her hands shaking. "No, Kelvin, no. I did it for us, for you." But he cut her off. "You did it for yourself, Vivian. You lied. You took his life away from him, from us." Vivian's face crumbled. "But enough," Kelvin said, his voice sharper now. "It's over." Vivian's world had come to a halt. She was losing everything. She looked at the boy again, and her voice cracked. "Please don't leave me. I'm all you have left." But the boy shook his head, tears beginning to fill his eyes. "You were never my mother." He turned to walk back to Hannah, to the woman who had never abandoned him. Vivian collapsed to the ground, her body trembling, but the boy didn't look back. Kelvin stood there, watching as the boy walked away from Vivian, and then he turned to Hannah. "Why didn't you come back sooner?" he asked softly, his voice carrying the weight of years. Hannah didn't answer immediately. She just held his gaze, her hand still in the boy's. "You are here now," she finally said. "That's all that matters." Kelvin nodded, looking down at the ground. "I should have known. I should have seen the truth when I had the chance." But Hannah shook her head. "No one's blaming you. Not anymore. We have today." The boy ran ahead, laughing as he called out to his sister, who was playing near the market. Hannah smiled. "We have today, and we'll make it right." And just like that, the weight of all the years, all the lies was lifted. The family was back together, not perfectly, but healed. But the battle wasn't over. Vivian was still out there, and the truth had only just begun to spread. The village would talk, people would whisper, but for now, for tonight, the boy was home, and Hannah had her family again. She had what she has always been waiting for. The truth was out, and it was beautiful. If you love the story, like, share, follow, and drop your comments. Watch out for part 4.